Well, look who's back for more. We dove into some celebrities who were not welcome in certain places, but there are so many more celebrities to talk about. You guys enjoyed our part 1, so we're bringing it back to you guys with the top 10 celebrities who've been banned from public places, part 2. I'm your host, Bree Room, and before we get into it, I just want to shout out Landon Productions and their channel relaunch coming December 7th. Go on over there and show them some love.
Is the Canada Goose gonna take it on?
I'm on top like I'm goddamn Mario, right? I'm just
Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, is this real life right now?
Now let's get into the video. At number 10, Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin is known for being pretty outspoken and controversial at times, and it's because of that she's been banned from just about every talk show. Because of her unpredictable antics and use of crude language, as well as her problematic past, she isn't welcome on shows like The View, The Today Show, Ellen, Regis and Kelly, and all of those other people on that same show, Jay Leno, Letterman, and more. She's racked up a lot of these bans over the years, but some of the new ones, like being fired from CNN, come from the backlash she gained after the Donald Trump incident, where she posed with a fake and bloodied model of Donald Trump's head. She's been known to ruffle feathers on live TV and pull stunts that are inappropriate for broadcast. For example, during her time hosting the New Year's Eve broadcast with Anders and Cooper on CNN, she used profanity and even removed some of her clothing on TV. On top of that, she's offended people during award shows while making speeches. Though she's been banned from certain TV shows, I'm pretty sure people just want her banned from the media in general because of her actions. At number 9, the Kardashians. In part 1 of this video, I told you guys about how Kris Jenner and the Kardashians aren't welcome at Oscar parties. Well, there are a bunch more places that the Kardashians have been banned from, one of those surprisingly being the Met Gala. Though they are welcome there now, that's only because they got the plug from Kanye. Anna Wintour, the editor-in-chief of Vogue, apparently had something against the Kardashians and even went so far as to call them the quote, antithesis of fashion and class. Ouch. She had allegedly banned them from attending the Met, and being a prominent trustee and financial holder at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, where the function is held annually, her ruling stuck. At least until Kanye came into the picture. Apparently Anna and Kanye are good pals, so once Kanye came into the Kardashian family, Anna just couldn't refuse them and allowed the Kardashians entry. It's crazy to think that even the head of Vogue dislikes the Kardashians so much to the point of banning them from one of the biggest Hollywood events. If you guys are liking the video so far, please do consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel and it shows us that you like our content, so please go ahead and hit that like button. At number 8, Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons is known for being pretty outlandish. I mean, have you seen the guy in Kiss with that makeup? He's a pretty over-the-top guy, so it's no surprise that he'd get in trouble for being a little too out there and offending people. Turns out that his antics got so bad to the point that he was banned from all Fox programming. At one point he was a Fox favorite and was a frequent guest on their programming until he took things too far during an office meeting. It was his thoughts on the Weinstein case and his actions that followed that caused him to be banned. Apparently, on top of his comments about Weinstein, he made crude comments about the women at Fox. He took off his shirt yelling quote, "Hey chicks, sue me," made inappropriate jokes about Michael Jackson, and hit 2 staffers on the head with his book. Now he's not even allowed into the building, and there's even a picture of him in the security office, so they know not to let him in. At number 7, O.J. Simpson. Just a few weeks or so after O.J. Simpson was released from prison, he was back on his antics again, which resulted in him getting banned from a Las Vegas hotel. After being involved in an alleged drunken incident, O.J. has been banned from the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas. According to sources, O.J. was seen drinking at the hotel's bar and ended up getting really intoxicated. From then, things started getting out of hand as he became, quote, very unruly and began yelling at members of staff and knocking over glasses, shattering them on the floor. O.J. was removed from the premises and was banned from the hotel. The representatives say that his outburst wasn't too bad, he still caused quite a disturbance, which prompted his ban. Later on, O.J. said that this hotel was damaging his reputation by claiming he was drunk and belligerent, and officials ruled that this story was false after it was discovered that no substances were found in O.J. Simpson, and therefore he did not violate his parole. So who knows what really happened? My problem with the allegations though is the fact that O.J. said that the hotel ruined his reputation, but wouldn't you think the fact that he's been in prison for years would have ruined his career. At number 6, Hugh Grant. You don't really hear too much about Hugh Grant, so when I found out he was banned from somewhere, I was truly shocked. Hugh was banned from The Daily Show after having a bad interview. Jon Stewart, the former host of The Daily Show, said in an interview that Hugh Grant was the worst guest he'd had on the show. He spoke about how when Hugh was on to promote his film Did You Hear About the Morgans, he was making a huge scene backstage and was really mean and annoying to people on set. He was allegedly saying that he had better places to be. He also got really upset about the clip that they played for the film, saying, quote, "What is that clip? It's a terrible clip." To which Jon replied telling Hugh to make a better movie. Ouch. Jon went on to say that because of his poor experience with Hugh, he'd never have him back on his show. Halfway through at number 5, Adrien Brody. Actor Adrien Brody was having a lot of success in his career in the 90s and early 2000s, but there was a bit of a hiccup that happened in 2003 while guest hosting Saturday Night Live. On the show, the host was always responsible for introducing the musical guest for the night, and on the night Adrien was hosting, the musical guest happened to be Jamaican artist Sean Paul. Well, Adrien took it upon himself to use his introduction to Sean Paul as a bit, and when he came to announcing Sean's performance, he came out dressed in fake dreadlocks sporting a Jamaican accent. His bit was seen as offensive and uncalled for as he went off script to do it, and no one found it funny. As he performed, the crowd went silent because they already knew deep down that this was going to land Brody in big trouble. He was banned from appearing on the show again. At number 4, John Travolta. John Travolta was allegedly banned from a New York City spa after one of the establishment's masseurs accused the actor of inappropriate behavior. According to workers, when John would come in, he would request only male staff, and they would claim that John had exhibited inappropriate behavior during their sessions. Reports say that during these sessions, John would allegedly grind against the table, remove his towel, and would stick his butt in the air. It came to the point where members of staff began refusing to work with him, and they ran out of people to perform massages on the actor. The details of this alleged ban are a little muddy because others dispute this claim of the actor being banned, but either way, it's noteworthy. At number 3, Justin Bieber. Back in 2013, during what I like to call the problem days, Justin Bieber became the newest member of a Las Vegas indoor skydiving arena's no-fly list because he failed to pay for his time there. Reports say that Justin and his group of friends entered the facility just as it was about to close, looking to do a couple of rounds of skydiving. He agreed to pay the establishment at the end of their time, and so after their round was up, Justin was confronted with the payment. Since he was an A-lister, the company agreed that Justin could either pay monetarily or he could share a selfie on social media and pay in promotion instead. Justin agreed to the selfie, however he never followed through on his promise, and according to sources, Justin even faked posting something on social media, but he never really followed through. On top of that, staff members noted that Justin and his friends were quite unruly while they were there, and they apparently made a mess of the company's facilities. He could have easily paid for himself and his friends, which would have come to a total of about $1,600, but instead he decided to be a little brat and take advantage of the business instead. At number 2, Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse was an absolute icon in her day. Super talented, but she did struggle with substance abuse. She was often seen and photographed by paparazzi in an inebriated state, so it comes as no shock to find out that she's been banned from a few hotels in various locations because of her drunken antics. In one instance, Amy was banned from a hotel in the UK after having staged a drunken and disruptive party in her suite. Another instance where she was banned from a hotel comes from her stay at the Savoy Hotel in London, where she joined forces with one of the hotel's musicians to put on a live performance. Though her impromptu concert of sorts was free, she was kicked out of the establishment because of other guests complaining that she was too loud and disruptive. Lastly, she had a run-in with staff at a hotel in St. Lucia where they banned her from drinking at the hotel's bar after she was caught with scratches and bruises after having fallen into a bush during a night of binge drinking. She was banished to one of the hotel's villas on the other side of the property in an effort to stop her from bothering other guests. At number 1, Ozzy Osbourne. In February 1982, Ozzy Osbourne was arrested in San Antonio, Texas after he was caught peeing on a cenotaph which honored the Alamo. The musician was seen wandering the streets of San Antonio wearing one of Sharon Osbourne's dresses, and after relieving himself on the cenotaph and being picked up by officers, he was charged with public intoxication and was detained. After paying bond, he was released but was promptly banned from the entire city as a result. Luckily for him, he returned to San Antonio in 1992, apologizing for the incident and making a $10,000 donation to the Daughters of the Texas Republic, an organization that maintains the property that Ozzy peed on. The lesson here? don't pee on things. I wanna know if you've ever witnessed someone getting kicked out of somewhere, whether it was getting kicked out of the movies or being banned from the mall for fighting. Tell me all of the juicy details down in the comments. But speaking of comments, let's shout out some of yours from our video of the top 10 celebrities who are mean in real life part 2. Rich L says, I think next time if someone chucks that "do you know who I am" again, people should just reply, yeah, Karen. Yeah, I mean, popping off with that Karen. Vay Walker says, I don't get why fans go crazy and invade celeb spaces when they're seen outside. I've seen celebs pass by me, I just go, yo dude, and that's it. I don't need to bother them or take a pic or get an autograph to show off online so people think I'm cool or whatever. I mean, celebrities are literally just other human beings that are more famous and richer than us, so like, I don't know why you need to take a picture with them. Feministique says, damn, watching Fiona and Shrek ain't gonna be the same. I'm sorry I ruined the movie for you, but like, the meme's kind of dead anyway. Nabila Fassi says, subject, 10 celebrities known to be nice or fun to work with. I love that idea. I will definitely pitch it just for you. Slim Arcane Z says, hi Bree. Hi Slim Arcane Z. Thanks so much for your comments and for sticking around until the end of the video. I've been your host, Bree Room, and until next time, stay safe, be kind to one another, and stay groovy, friends.